Good morning, good people. Happy Wednesday. I'm just gonna chill here for a minute or two and see if anybody hops on. Give some people some few minutes to hop on. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Labor Day, tons of people starting school. I know my little guy is a 5th grader this year, which is just crazy. So hope you guys have had a great week of new starts and new outfits and new schools and first days. So that is always super fun. So today we're going to do a couple things. This is only my second time doing this in the mornings. I think I had talked with you last week about my schedule changed a little bit, and I'm going to be doing kind of our devotion and motivation in the morning. And I'm starting out today with something that I read on the YouVersion Bible app, because a lot of times I will open up and see what their verse of the day is, and then head to my Bible to kind of read in context and read around. And I love today that they were in Hebrews, which is great. They say in the Bible that the man of the house is supposed to make the coffee because of the book that says Hebrews. It's a bad joke, but it's true. It's true. Hebrews is a great book. So got my coffee, got my Bible, and I just want to read you a couple things in Hebrews 11, actually. Hebrews 11 and 12 are some super amazing chapters. If you need to be kind of pumped up about people who have gone before us that are champions of the faith, great warriors of the faith, ordinary people that God has used, read those chapters. They're super amazing. So Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, I'm just going to start here. Faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. So like even Abraham, he believed, and it was counted his faith that he believed, and that what he could not see, the unseen God, was counted to him as righteousness, right? So faith is being sure of what we do not see, and certain of what we are hoping for. So what I read this morning was verse 6. I'm just gonna skip down there, and I promise this has to do with fitness too. Without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. So I opened up my YouVersion Bible app, read that verse, and was like, "That's amazing." That's great, because that's immediate results, right? So we go to the gym, we do our workouts, we don't see immediate results. Sometimes we don't see results for a month or 2 or 6. Sometimes it's not until even sometimes a year or more later that we actually see some of the results that we wanted to see in the first place, the things that brought us to our relationship with fitness or the gym. And a lot of times too with faith, I think people have these things obviously that they would like to see. Now, faith in Christianity is not kind of a get well or get healthy quick fix, right? It's not a Band-Aid for our life to have our lives go better. Honestly, because I'm a Christian, my life doesn't go better because I'm a Christian. In the sense of like, there are still things that go wrong, but I have faith now that God is using those things for my good and for His glory. So anyway, so we do see results right away with faith, because it says right here, anyone who comes to Him and must believe that He exists, and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. So when we seek after God, whether that be a prayer where it's just like, help me, or whether we're like, I want to see if God is really real, if He's the real deal, if He actually will take part in my life, If you seek after him, say, I'm going to ask a friend who believes in God about him. I'm going to show up to a Bible study or a church that I know of down the block, see what they know. When you seek after God, two things happen. One, he rewards you, which means that you find him. Those are immediate results, which I absolutely love. So a lot of times when we're going to the gym, we want to see those immediate results. A lot of people want to do a diet pill or a shake diet or a detox to get thinner, lose weight on the scale really, really fast. That doesn't happen. With the gym, you invest, you put in time. Obviously, with our Christian walk too, the more we invest, the richer it gets. And it's not a promised perfect life by any means, but it is a life that when we seek after him, he shows up and rewards us for seeking after him. And those rewards can look like, a relationship with God does bring peace inside of us that passes understanding. We hear his voice when we seek after God and find him and he rewards us. It's a relationship with him. So we get to hear what he's speaking to us, be in communication with him, be in relationship with him. That's a huge reward. So I just absolutely love that, right? We have to have faith, though. The very beginning of the verse says, without faith, it's impossible to please God. So when we have that faith, when we have that belief and that hope that even though we can't see it, even though we can't actually see him standing in front of us, we hope, we believe, we know, we're banking on it, that he's going to reward us when we seek him. He's going to show up. And we are going to have immediate results like we want in the gym. And then we'll get that really awesome invested relationship as well. So the longer you know him and the longer you're in communication with him, then the richer it gets. And that's the way it is at the gym too, right? So people look at me and ask me how long I've been working out, and honestly, it's around 8 years since I've been a personal trainer. I was on a weight loss journey even before that. I have good days and I have bad days. This past week has been a little challenging with my healthy eating. Truth be told, there's been some stress eating happening. And I think that it's part of the process. It's part of the game. It's never 100% perfect. I'm not so stringent with myself that I'm going to create anxiety over this lifestyle. But I do have a tendency still to fall into old habits, and so stress eating would be one of those. So anyway, just encouraging you guys to continue on. Encourage you to continue on at the gym, even if you're not seeing the results right away. And encourage on with your faith walk with God, because when you seek him, you will find him and he will reward you. And those are immediate results, which is so fantastic. And then just really quick in Hebrews 12, just because it's one of my favorite chapters, just turning over to the next page. Everybody talks about this one because it's the verse that talks about running the race with perseverance. And a lot of people in fitness love to use that one, and the one in Philippians about strength and all of that. Run the race set before you. He's, Christ endured the cross, and so he is the hope set before us, all of that. There's a part in here, though, that I love that is so vital to success, I feel. Whether it is success at the gym and our fitness and the things that are getting in our way, the things that have gotten in my way this past week with my stress eating, or whether it's things that continually get in your way with your faith walk, where maybe you're bumping into those same habits and behaviors. In recovery, we call them hurts, habits, and hang-ups. Basically, it's sin, right? We keep running into that same sin over and over again, whether it is gossiping or envy or jealousy or whatever it is. If you keep running into these things, there's a great key in this one sentence here in Hebrews 12. Excuse me, guys. So, Hebrews 12 talks about how God disciples us. And I love this here. It says, verse 1, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, basically all these amazing people of faith that have gone before us. And by amazing people of faith, we mean regular, ordinary people in the Bible that God used. people who fell short, people who were afraid, people who sinned, everyone he can use, and they're counted as great heroes of the faith. So we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and run with perseverance the race marked out before us. Tons of people in the fitness industry want to focus on, like, run that race, run that race. What I want to say is right here, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. I think a lot of times too, we say like, okay, well, I went to the gym and I not seeing results, but I'm coming home and maybe eating an ice cream bar, or going to the gym and working really hard and then coming home and doing something else, empty calories, things like that. Snack foods, junk foods. So I'm not going to see the results that I want because there's something hindering me. And I think a lot of time we're just like, oh, okay, and we push it away or this or that. And this section of scripture encourages us to throw it off. Throw it off. Literally, like if something was stuck on you, I think of spiders, right? Because I do not like spiders. And if there was a spider on me, I probably wouldn't be like, oh, and just go like that. I would get it off me, right? Throw it off of you. So this is what we're supposed to do with the things that are hindering us, with the sins that we keep running into, with the habits that we keep running into and facing that are hindering our fitness progress, or even just creating those habits that we want. If we just casually brush it off or leave it for a day or 2 or 3 and you don't worry about it and you come back to it, we are supposed to throw it off. If something is hindering us, we are supposed to grab it, throw it, get it away from you, far away from you, right? And so I always have loved the trainers in my life that have gone into people's homes and into their kitchen and kind of done like kitchen makeovers or remakeovers, right? Where they come in and they take all your junk food and they throw it out. I used to have a girlfriend who would run food under cold water. If she had food in the house that was tempting her, maybe she had like a bite or so, and then she would run it underwater to ruin the food, which, that's kind of extreme, but she was throwing it out. She got it out away from her. It was hindering her progress. It was hindering her goals. And the Bible is very clear. That we are to do that it is that serious with the sins in our life, with those little things that are hindering our relationship with God, that are making him sad. He doesn't want to see us running into the same sins over and over again, the same hurts and hang-ups. He doesn't want us, to have anything in between the relationship with him. And as much as, like, you can't out-train a bad diet, right? That's what they say. And so as much as, sin can hinder your relationship with God, you can go to the gym and work out like a beast. And then if you've got junk food in your house or something like that, that's going to be hindering you seeing those results. Your trainer wants you to see those results. Us in the fitness industry, we want to train you toward whatever your goal is. If it's strength, or if it's weight loss, or if it's just activity and feeling good, maybe you want your numbers to go down, cholesterol, things like that. So I absolutely love that. That's Hebrews 12:1. To throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And then you can run. So I am going to grab a kettlebell and show you a couple favorite moves of mine. Sorry, this morning I'm still kind of getting my coffee and all of that. But I'm not in the backyard or anything, and I'm so blessed because I got a sweet set of kettlebells off of Craigslist. I'm just going to grab a 15 today. I like kettlebells because kettlebells have their center of gravity out away from the handle. With a dumbbell, you're holding onto that center of gravity. With a kettlebell, it's way out here, and so your body has to work hard as it's going forward and as it's going backward to stop the kettlebell momentum. And I absolutely love that. So just a couple moves. I said last week we were going to do a couple arm moves of my favorite. These are a little bit basic, but with a kettlebell, everything's much harder. And so I really do like that. So when you're thinking about doing some shoulder work, that's what I love to do. We're going to do an upright row with this. So you're just going to bring that elbow high and wide, arm parallel to the floor, and then down. You want to keep your abdominals tight, pull it up, and then down. Just like that. Now this is something too where you can add a squat in. So if you wanted to squat down and stand and pull, you could do that. You could also do a lunge. So if you step forward to a lunge here, and I know you can't see my lower body, and then pull up just like that. Working that shoulder there with that upright row. The other one that I really love is an overhead press. And so this you can do with a kettlebell or with a dumbbell. But one thing to keep in mind is with your kettlebell, you want your wrists really straight. A lot of people will hold a kettlebell, I can't even do it, like this, with their wrist broken, they call it. You want it straight. And you're just going to keep the abdominals tight, press up overhead, bring it down. Your elbows kind of tucked in just a little bit, okay? Push and up. And then the other thing that I love, so you can do a whole circuit on just your right side and then a whole circuit on just your left side. Be super fantastic. The other one is a bent over row. So I'm going to put my hand on one knee here, and I am going to pull up, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and then back down. Okay, so if I'm pulling up towards my armpit, I'm working my middle of my back a little bit more, my rhomboids. If I'm pulling towards my hip, I'm going to be working my lat a little bit more. Just like that. Exhale and pull up. So if you guys get a chance to use kettlebells at the gym or at home, I recommend it. They're super fantastic. I didn't do anything, excuse me, like swings or anything today because I'm in my kitchen. But I absolutely love them. And just remember that with faith, you can see immediate results. With the gym, it takes a little bit of time. So I hope you guys have an awesome week, and we will talk to you soon.